4 of the PIC-C practices for C language programming for digital electronics. In this class, we are working with the PIC-C program so that we can work on a proper functional linear functional car that will be equipped with a sensor that will detect the regular floor and will turn off both motors on the car, but then if it detects black tape, then one of the motors is going to shut off, therefore following a line once it detects the black tape. I'm going to explain that further in a second. My name is Pablo Eduardo Samaniego Zuna, and this is both of these services, the programming and the Proteus simulation, proving that it's working. In the PIC-C programming, as you can see, we have two variables declared, b1 and b2, which is going to be my logic states for the whole code, declared as b1, and my entrance will be in b2, and then my outputs, which are the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, for the connection to the sensor, which are going to be connected to the motors. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. The sensor will be connected to two parts of the car in the front, aligned with the motor that it's connected to. Once both of the sensors, when they are detecting no black tape, are going to be sending a 1. This is the state that they are going to be on regularly once there is no black tape, making both of the motors start to work, right? That's the initial start. But then we have later set up as our inputs that the condition. Here is the condition that makes both of the motors start to work, but we want the motors to one of the motors to turn off so the other one can keep on going and make a turn in certain places, right, of the black tape. That's where the line follower sequence begins. We set up the condition that if the B1 it's detecting a 0, meaning that there is a black tape blocking the light of the sensor, then it's going to turn off the 3 output, which is what makes the first motor go on, only keeping the motor 2 functional with the 1. As you can see with this pin that it's sending the signal as a high. So we're going to turn off P1 in this case. As you can see, this motor is motor number 1. It's the one that is only functioning, so therefore it will make a turn using only this motor. Then we have the similar condition in the lower part, but with a vice versa. We have the input number 1 as sending a 1, meaning it's detecting light from the floor. But the B2, it's not detecting light from the floor because it's got a black tape that it's marking the line that it's going to follow. Therefore, it's going to be this is going to be a 1 because if it's the B1, and the B2 is going to have a 0. Therefore, turning off that motor and only having this motor functional so that it can make the turn on the other side. Then we have our final condition, which is the 0, 0. Which in this condition both motors will turn off and the car will stop. This is in the case that we set up with a floor that just straight up has a completely black floor, no light that the sensor can detect, and it will stop both of the motors. That is the practice. This is the whole code. If you want to inspect it a bit further, you are free to pause. As you see, we use the PIC 18F4550 for the programming, and the sensor is the L298.